it's Emily, and if you can't tell by the title, today I did some tape-in extensions, and as you can see, they came out literally so good. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how I dye my hair the lazy way, as well as I'm going to show you guys how I put in my tape-in extensions. Before I show you guys how I dye them and then the process, I kind of wanted to go over tape-in extensions themselves. So first of all, I get my extensions from Vpfashion. They kindly supply me with all of my hair extensions, and I have pretty much only used them for quite some time now. So for as what a tape-in extension looks like by itself, it is this. So it's just a small piece of hair with a literal piece of tape on it. You peel this white part off and it is sort of a literally kind of just like sticky tape. This is what they look like brand new out of the package if you get the blonde ones. I got the 24-inch one just because I like them super long. So with tape-in extensions, they're pretty much semi-permanent for pretty much anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks. You put them in your hair and then they're pretty much in there, and you just kind of have to treat your hair extra super careful while they're in there. That means, you know, you have to brush it a little bit more, that way your extensions don't get tangled. You have to really make sure to use dry shampoo, that way the oil doesn't make your extensions slip. When you are washing your hair, you have to really make sure that you don't get any conditioner on the tape that will also make them slip. So I want to show you guys relative for Vpfashion what each package looks like and stuff like that. So here is one bundle of the 24-inch ones. This is 100 grams, and I feel like normally the standard for a regular set of extensions is about 200. So you would think that you would need you know, 2 of these, and some people might. I had 3 of these bundles to start with, and I ended up using about 1 1/4 to 1 1/2. Because the hair is dispersed around your head, you don't need quite as many as you would if they were in wefts, because when they're in wefts, you have, you know, a bunch of thickness from here, and then you also want to fill in the rest of that thickness throughout your head. But when you can evenly disperse it, it looks a lot more natural, it fills in a lot better, and you just don't need as much hair. I would estimate that in my hair right now I have 125 to 150 grams, and I feel like it looks pretty full. Doesn't look like there needs to be any more in there, in my opinion. I know a lot of people are going to be wondering, like, can you put your hair up? You totally can, as long as you set your hair up that way. When you're putting in the extensions, you want to make sure that you leave enough room, pretty much just like around the base of your hairline, that there's going to be enough hair to cover up the extensions when you put it up. As well as the extensions are very flexible. Let me find. So just as an example, this, you know, obviously lays flat, but it can totally lay this way too. And there's no tugging or pulling on my hair. You put it close to your root, but not too tight on your root. That way it has some movement and it's not super confined. When you're sleeping, I would recommend putting your hair in a braid or 2, just going down and just making sure that they're going to lay correctly and not get tangled. So just right before you go to bed, just put a braid like this and go to sleep. This will help keep all of the hair together, untangled, and it'll just make sure all the hair is going the right way. And I know another question is probably going to be, you know, like, what do you do after you take them out? After you take them out, you can put new tape on there and use them again. I would say you can use probably each set 3 to 4 times depending on how you take care of them. Right now I am planning a how to care for your extensions, because I know some people think that you can just get the extensions and wash them with whatever you want and they're gonna hold up, but that's not always the case. There are certain shampoos, conditioners that are preferred that you use on extensions, as well as I have some products that I found that are like holy grail that will save even really bad extensions. So expect that video coming up at some point. The quality on these extensions has always been top par. I've tried so many other brands. I am affiliated with VP, so if you want to try them out, you can use my code emilyvp for $10 off. If you find a better deal or a better percentage off or whatever, totally use that though. I completely understand. I'm the same way. Sure, people are gonna ask if tape-ins damage your hair. And generally no, because the tape-ins will grow out with your actual hair. The only part where it could get damaged essentially is when you're removing them, so you just have to make sure that when you remove them you are using a really good remover, that way it doesn't pull any of your hair out or anything like that. But besides the removal process, they do not damage your hair at all. I literally just took my dogs out and I just thought of this. I felt like I had way more confidence than usual, and I mean, it's literally 10:30 right now. No one's outside. It's dark, but I just felt so much better about myself having long hair. I have always wanted just have long hair permanently. The last time I had long hair was probably when I was about 12. I had been dyeing my hair black for a couple years, and I went in to just get a trim, as you're supposed to. And when I went into trim, I told her I just want like literally almost nothing off. My hair was down to my butt. I was so happy. I remember just being overjoyed, and I literally was just like, it was like my best feature. I was so proud of it. So I went in to just get a trim, and she ended up cutting it to literally here. She said she took off all the damaged part, which my hair doesn't damage very easily. As you guys can tell, my hair is in pretty good condition, but ever since then I've been trying to grow it out, and since I bleach it so much, sometimes it does break off, which is why it's not longer. And this is the exact type of thing that I needed. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop rambling now and get on to the dyeing process. Remember, again, the dyeing process was pretty much just me being lazy, but it's also just a different way you can dye extensions, and we're just gonna go over this. I am not a professional. I am a DIY type of person. If you don't trust yourself and you don't think you can do it, totally go to a professional. I recommend watching more than just my video if you plan on doing this. So basically what you're just gonna do is fill this up with hot water and then just kind of squeeze some dye in until you think it's like this. Then you got some pink water, and then I'm just going to dip the extensions in. I am leaving the root part out because I'm going to do those dark to match with my roots. So then you just leave this in for a while and I will check back. And then you pull it out. And I know that there are some little blonde streaks, but that's okay. You can always redo the process. My hair isn't 100% even, and so if these aren't, it's not really a big deal. It's not really going to show that much. And then set them off to the side. So next I'm going to do the roots for my extensions, and I'm going to do this one with cold water because of the tape. I'm going to be using Transylvania from Arctic Fox, and just use a little bit of this. Obviously you can see that it is a blue tint, so I'm going to add a little bit of this sunset orange and hopefully warm that up a little bit so it's a little bit more of a brown and not necessarily a blue black. So pulling these out, and they look to be sort of a gray color, which is perfectly fine with me. It will blend in way better than the blonde on my hair. Okay, so I have all of these laying out to dry. It's really important that you leave these out to dry for at least a day to make sure that the tape and everything like that is completely dry when you put it in. Okay, so I just did 2 pieces off camera because I wanted to kind of get the feel of it before I start showing you guys. So I did these 2 pieces right here. Obviously, these are a little bit lighter than my roots. Not everything dyed 100% the same. You know, my actual hair is pretty splotchy, so I figured, you know, my extensions should be splotchy as well to make them look as natural as possible. So I put these 2 right here. I don't really want to put any other one right here for now or right here because I want to be able to put my hair up without seeing any of the extensions. So what I'm going to do right now is go through and do another layer. Okay, so I've sectioned off this part of my hair now. This isn't quite as straight as I would like it, but just because I am doing this myself and I have long nails. Because I have long nails, honestly, it's a little bit easier for me to just section it off with them, but I totally recommend if you don't have any nails to use this. You want the piece of hair to be as thick and as wide as the extension is, and you can always test before you take off the tape. You can just test and make sure, and you can always gauge it by that. So here is my piece that I'm going to sandwich. So I'm going to have that, and then I'm going to take off the tape. So then just lay it down like that, and then you see the tape through here, the piece like this. And you can see it's like stuck on like that, and then you'll get your other piece of hair and then just stick it right on top. And then you have a sandwiched piece of hair. Make sure to press really, really tight. You want to make sure that it is secure. Okay, so I pretty much put them all on the back of my head and right here. I need to do like the top and sides of my head. So hard to do it by yourself, so that's why I did not film a lot of it, but I thought I would just film pretty much all of the entirety for this part right here. So I want to part my hair almost in the middle, but not quite. When you're doing this, you really just need to consider where you want your part to be for the next 6 weeks essentially. And I'm just going to put one right here. Not too close though, because again, we don't want them to be able to see, so I'll probably put it about right here. So again, get your things, take off the tape. So I have my piece right here. So with this, I'm gonna put it literally right under and then put the hair on top. And there it is. And then I'll just grab the other piece and make sure that I line up the tape on top of the tape, because otherwise you'll get some like weird sticky, you know, stuff going on. And then push down and then again, just kind of same thing, and put it down. And then put the hair on top. And now we are getting somewhere. Can't wait until one day and my hair is actually this long. Look how long. It doesn't matter what they say. Someone else is doing this for you. You're gonna have a way easier time doing them properly. These ones, this time is mainly for me to get the feel. I want to continue to do my hair like this because this is gonna make my life so much easier. And next time I think I'll be able to do it better. Since I just don't have much experience in this, it's kind of hard to, you know, just kind of like figure it out the first time. Side note though, do you guys love this background? It'll look better when I have my light turned on the back, but since I'm using my makeshift mirror, I can't. So those ones are done right there. This is like so much hair now, I don't even know how to deal with it. Okay, so I put them all in. It was just really hard to film it, I'm sorry. So this is what it looks like with all of them in. I think this is all I'm going to do. I think that this is already a lot of hair for me, and if I were to put in all the rest, that it would just like take over my head. I have this many left that I did not put in, and I'm going to go straighten my hair really quick, and then we can kind of see how it all looks. If there's any sparse areas, then I will fill them in, and I'll just show you guys everything before I go straighten it. So here's the side, and here is the back. Can't see anything. And then as well as if I were to put my hair up, you couldn't see here. I would have to work with it a tiny bit just because, but generally right here you can't really see anything. And then as well as picking it up in the back, you cannot really see it there either. Okay, so I straightened my hair and here it is. It looks so good. I am so happy with it. And you guys can tell now that it's like straightened that you can't even tell that I have anything in my hair. If only thing, like I guess right here looks a tiny bit bigger, but other than that, it's pretty much completely seamless. I would say besides a couple probably like very small little pieces, you can't see them at all, and they feel really good. There's no tugging or any like pulling or anything like that. I don't want to mess with them too much right now. I kind of already showed you guys with my hair up. I don't want to like be messing with them. I want them to sit. Remember not to wash your hair for 2 days. I know some people would probably cut and maybe layer it a bit, but I don't like to. I like the look that it kind of gives. My hair is long enough that my real hair hits about here, and so I kind of feel like it already gives kind of a layered look, and my hair blends in pretty seamlessly. There's no, you know, like choppiness or anything like that. I love these so much. You'll probably only see me doing these pretty much from now on. I think I did an okay job this time. I already know that so many people are gonna be like, you did it wrong, you did it wrong. I know I can't do it perfect on the first time, especially by myself. Hopefully at some point I'll make a friend that will be able to do this for me, but other than that, really my only other option was my boyfriend, and I'd rather me mess it up than him mess it up. I'd rather be mad at myself for messing it up than him messing it up, if you know what I mean. I hope this video helped you or gave you just a little bit more info if you were trying to decide, and thank you guys so much for watching. I know that this video was probably a huge mess just because I'm all over the place. Trying to film something you're doing is so hard. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.